Hi there everybody, welcome back to another Lost Ark video. It's Friday, so it's Arkonomics Day. I'm just hanging out with all my good friends who like to play the game and life skill. No particular reason, but since it's Arkonomics, we might as well check out the Blue Crystal Exchange, see how that's popping. Because that's what we always do. We're on North America West, as always. 4K is what it is, about the same as it's been the last week. I mean, last week it was like 3,800, so I mean, that's slightly up, I suppose. But I think it's just dependent on the time of day I look at it, so I wouldn't take too much stock into that. As far as this goes, sorry, let me go to a different channel. It's kind of crowded here. But, oh shit, it's kind of crowded here too. Anyways, I'm just hanging out with my friends for no particular reason. I mean, look, okay? Cut the music. Look. Just look. Just listen. Look and listen. That's all I've got to say. Just look and listen, man. And we'll take a peek here. You can see the 24-hour peak back up to 71k. For a little bit, it was going down consistently. You can see the peak, 64k, and then a 59k, and then a 54k. Then after the maintenance, it just fucking started shooting back up. Look, man. Something needs to change. Sorry, let me just go to a different channel. This one's a little populated. I can't really hear myself think. Oh, see? There's not too many people in this channel, thank God. So I can actually hear myself think. But look. I'm just gonna give here, let me put on some fitting music. It's okay to cry. Calm and sad Nintendo music to cry to. Here we go. So, why are bots a bad thing? Because a lot of people say, oh look, bots are the best. They make the fish super cheap. Yes, this is true. They do make the fish super cheap. But, let me explain it as basic as I can, okay? They inject two things into the game. Raw gold and a ton of trade skill materials. It seems like to me they do not do anything other than these two things. They get the raw gold weekly from Unas, and then also from things like Super Makoko Express. I can't show you the rewards. Can I? Yes, I can. So you get a little bit of gold from that, and you also get some gold from some of the tier rewards, if I'm not mistaken. But my point is, this is basically gold that they get given for completely zero effort. So they get gold injected weekly into the game, and then also one time from the character that they obviously have boosted up. What item level they get their characters to, I don't really know. 14, 15 seems legit from these two gentlemen that I'm hanging out with right now. So why is this a bad thing? So, the gold that they inject into the game then gets funneled into their gold farm. The gold farm then sells the gold to regular players like you and me. Why is this a bad thing? Well, you're getting a ton of injected gold into the economy for cheap RMT prices, right, from G2G. The price is much cheaper from an external website from Chinese gold farmers than it is buying from the legitimate source, which is the exchange. The blue crystal prices to gold would be much lower if the primary source of RMT was in-game exchange, right? Because the amount of gold that is being injected into the game, which is pushing the price of everything else significantly up, you don't just get that gold randomly, right? A lot of people say, oh, it's just because XYZ, there's no new content, people are done honing. But then in the same breath, people will say, oh, well, yeah, tons of people are honing, so that's why prices are so high. So which is it? It can't be both, right? Either people are done honing and they're buying gems, or people are honing, so everything else should be lower, right? Look, it's not a good thing. And something needs to be done. Obviously, you can go here on any channel. Another Great place to find them, Vern Castle. I know this is not going to be much of an Arkonomics episode, but, I mean, this is really it. Nothing happens. It's just going to be inflation until the bots completely take over. And there's not much more to say on that matter, really, right? And hearing people say bots are a good thing is just redacted. For the simple fact that unless you are partaking in the RMT, or look at how many fucking people are stacked up. Holy shit. And you can also see them down here at the mailbox occasionally, but there is none right here. And obviously take a look at all these channels, because why wouldn't there be a bazillion channels for all these new people that are playing the game? Obviously, they're not new fucking people. And people who say this is okay are, out of their fucking minds, dude. Something needs to be done. That's all I can say. Unless you're the one partaking in the RMT, you're not benefiting from this. You can argue that, yes, fish specifically are cheaper. Yes, this is true. As a legitimate player, this is why I highly advise you to, with any extra gold you might have, which is probably not a lot considering the price of everything else is incredibly fucking high to compensate for the amount of gold that's being pushed into the game and then sold onto other people. You can make some money here, for sure. Obviously, that's why I'm saying it. But the amount of harm this is doing is not offset by the price of fish. That's so stupid and so short-sighted. Orejas and fish are cheap. Yes. Leapstones cost 200 fucking gold. Period. Gems. 460,000 gold. This is okay? You're out of your fucking mind, man. I don't know what more there is to say on the matter, truthfully. Yeah. Something needs to be done. I mean, you can close your eyes and scream that the bots are fine all you want, but I feel like there's a fundamental issue with the game when in Vern right now there are 14 open channels and the majority of people in all of these channels are these people. They're not people. And then you can do the same thing with Belly and Runes. You go here, you go to the port, there's like 15 different channels. And it looks very similar, except instead of just standing there, they're making the little fishing rod noise. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's hard to ignore them because this entire video series is based on the market, and these people are fucking the market up entirely. So there's not much to really say on it. There's not much to say. And then another argument people really enjoy using against, like, oh, why are you talking about it now? Because it hasn't been this bad in, honestly, almost a fucking year. Obviously, it was horrible, too. Like, a year and a half ago. Like, it was fucking awful. It was, honestly, I would say worse than this, but I don't know. This seems to be pretty fucking bad. Especially considering how much less of an actual player base we have now compared to when we had back then. I don't know. I'm done bitching about it. Thanks for watching this very bizarre video of Arkonomics, where I just sort of... You know what? I'm gonna call this Arkonomics Bot Watch, because that's what it was. I'm funny. I'm hilarious. I'll see you in the next episode. Hopefully next week the numbers will be looking a little bit better and the streets of Vern and Belly and Port will be looking a little bit different.